Alright, determine the points, if any, where the graph of this function has a horizontal tangent line. So the tangent line is going to be the slope of this function, and to have a horizontal tangent line, well, horizontal lines have a slope of 0. So I'm really interested in when does the derivative equal 0? When does the tangent line have a slope of 0? So I would start off by finding the derivative, apply the power rule once, twice, and then the derivative of 0 of constant is just 0, so that doesn't really matter. And I might rewrite this and say, wait, both of those terms have a 4x. Let me factor that out. And there's still more factoring that could be done. This is the difference of two squares. So that would factor as an x plus 1 and an x minus 1. So again, the derivative is going to tell me the slope of this function for any value of x, and I'm interested in finding when is the slope 0. So if I plug in 0, this is now looking a lot like a skill we practice a lot in Algebra 2. So if this times this equals 0, either this could equal 0, or this could equal 0, or even this would make it equal 0. So if I can make one of those three factors be 0, then they all go to 0, because 0 times anything is going to be 0. So there's my x values, and it said points, not just x values. So I guess when x is 0, I need to go and plug that in and see that y would be 3. This would be one place where the slope of the line would be 0. If I plugged in -1, that one would evaluate to be 2. And if I plugged in a +1, also evaluates to be 2. So I don't know anything else about what the rest of this graph looks like, but I know at 0, 3, temporarily it has a slope of 0. At -1, 2, it temporarily has a slope of 0, and at 1, 2, it temporarily has a slope of 0. I guess if you wanted to apply even further back stuff, if you remember the leading coefficient test, positive leading coefficient, even degree, tells you how the ends of the graph. So I could estimate that this is going to turn, this is going to turn, and that's going to turn. And that should be a pretty good representation of what that graph should look like.